The glow of your phone, the sound of your car, the comfort of a modern life of innovation. But where does it all come from, and what is the true cost?
Ces derniers jours, nous avons vu la guerre. C'est ça, la guerre est passée, les soldats que nous ne connaissons pas. Si nous ne connaissons pas si les soldats viennent d'où, si ça provient d'où, c'est ça.
Maman soit la société civile, il y a la société pour marcher, pour dénoncer. Ma belle aux autres Ghana Est, tuerie, qui assassinat, génocide, les Congolais tout fait belé.
Ce sont des choses qui ne doivent pas se passer ainsi. Je demande à la population de se tranquilliser.
The Democratic Republic of Congo has long attracted international interest for its vast natural resources and strategic importance.
Well, the whole of Congo is incredibly rich in terms of what's under its soil. Eastern Congo, the Kivu provinces, North and South Kivu, particularly so. There are 4 minerals that occur very commonly there: tin, tantalum, tungsten, and gold. And these 4 minerals end up in all sorts of consumer products in the West.
Rich in minerals like cobalt, copper, diamonds, and coltan, the DRC is crucial for global industries and a potential global economic powerhouse. The country's story is also shaped by colonial exploitation, post-independence turmoil, and ongoing unrest fueled by the struggle for control over its mineral wealth. But what historical events have shaped the DRC's turbulent journey? Why is its mineral wealth so coveted? How has foreign involvement exacerbated internal conflicts? And has there been regional and international help? Here's what you should know about the scramble for Congo's riches. Our journey dates back to the era of colonial exploitation and post-independence strife. The infamous Berlin Conference of 1884-1885 granted King Leopold II of Belgium personal control over the Congo Free State, allowing him to carve out a personal fiefdom. What followed was a reign of terror. And a brutal regime focused on forced labor on millions of Congolese who were compelled to extract rubber and ivory for the insatiable appetite of Europe. The human cost was catastrophic. The system, a death machine, not an industry. In 1908, the international community intervened, forcing Leopold II to relinquish control. Belgian Congo emerged, but the suffering continued. The colonial mindset also remained, focused on resource extraction over human development. In 1960, the DRC gained independence, offering a glimmer of hope, but turmoil quickly followed. The assassination of the first democratically elected Prime Minister Patrice Lumumba plunged the nation into chaos. His death paved the way for Mobutu Sese Seko to seize power, ushering an era of dictatorship. Mobutu's rule from 1965 to 1997 was marked by corruption and kleptocracy, a time when the vast wealth of the DRC enriched a select few while the majority remained trapped in poverty. The 1990s witnessed a descent into further socio-political troubles.
Our government have betrayed his people. It's a betrayal. And if the government didn't accept to be back from that and to accept to liberate Congo, we are going to fight this government even if he was elected. And if they can kill Nkunda or whoever, but this shout of freedom will continue to cry.
The Congo Wars, fueled by regional rivalries and greed for resources, shattered fragile peace. The First and Second Congo Wars from 1996 to 2003 further plunged the country into turmoil. These wars involved multiple African countries and internal factions, resulting in millions of deaths, displacement, and humanitarian crises marked by disease, starvation, and violence. The Second Congo War alone led to an estimated 5.4 million deaths, mostly from disease and starvation. In the years following, sporadic but intense violence has continued, especially in the eastern provinces of North and South Kivu. Numerous armed groups continue to vie for control over mineral-rich territories, perpetuating the cycle of violence and instability. Nestled in the heart of Africa, the Democratic Republic of Congo boasts breathtaking landscapes and holds a wealth unlike any other. But this very wealth, its abundant mineral resources, has been likened to a curse, causing decades of violence, conflict, and untold human suffering.
Tulikuwa tunaikala kubamu tunasikia wamekamata event wasimekamatia sekabizo. Tulikuwa usiku mere yangu mloko pamoja na familia yake yote walienda ingia mnyumba, ilikuwa usiku wakalunguzia kwa nyumba, hakuna mwalitoka, wote waliishia hapo.
The DRC is a geological marvel and home to some of the richest mineral reserves in the world, including cobalt, copper, gold, and diamonds. These minerals are essential for high-tech industries and global economic sectors. Holding about 50% of the world's cobalt reserves, the DRC is the leading global producer of this mineral needed for lithium-ion batteries used in smartphones and electric vehicles. Coltan, vital for tantalum capacitors in electronic devices, adds to the DRC's wealth. Its strategic location, bordering 9 countries, also makes it a crucial player in regional stability. However, this stability remains a distant dream.
La population, qu'elle puisse être sereine, le chef de l'État ne dort pas, le commandant suprême ne dort pas, il, jour et nuit, il suit la situation ici et comme je vous le dis, tout est mis en œuvre au niveau de nos forces armées pour pouvoir en faire en sorte que soit Saké, soit Goma et que ça soit protégé et que tous les territoires qui appartiennent à la RDC, Rutshuru, Masisi, puissent être libérés.
The financial value of the DRC's mineral resources is estimated in the trillions of dollars, with some reports valuing its untapped wealth at around $24 trillion.
Aujourd'hui, je peux vous garantir qu'il n'y a aucun mois de l'année 2021 où nous avions fait moins de 500 millions de dollars. Aucun mois. Donc il y a des mois où nous faisons 900 millions, 800 millions, 700 millions et le minimum que nous avions fait c'est 500 millions. Alors qu'en 2020, on n'a jamais dépassé 400 millions. Vous comprenez quand même que les finances publiques congolaises se comportent bien.
Different ethnic groups control or claim mineral-rich territories, leading to competition and violence. Armed groups exploit these resources to fund their operations, often recruiting fighters based on ethnicity.
Nous, on était avec les éléments de FRDC, là dans les milieux. À un moment donné, nous avons vu qu'il y a déjà la fuite du gouvernement et nous avons jugé beau de fuir aussi comme la population. Pour le moment, alors, les milieux sont occupés par les M23.
Foreign involvement has significantly influenced the unrest plaguing the country. During the Second Congo War, for example, forces from Rwanda, Uganda, Angola, Zimbabwe, and Namibia intervened, each pursuing strategic interests. Rwanda and Uganda have been implicated in supporting rebel groups to control resource-rich areas.
D'abord, la France ne transigera jamais sur l'intégrité territoriale et la souveraineté de la RDC. Ensuite, nous n'avons aucune difficulté à pointer les responsabilités. Le Rwanda, je l'ai redit au président Kagame dans un échange récent, doit cesser son soutien au M23 et retirer ses forces du territoire congolais. Je lui ai redit et je le rappellerai dans les prochains jours. Et l'urgence est à la désescalade. Il est également important, dans le même temps, de lutter contre les discours de haine et l'action des anciens génocidaires du FDLR.
The UN has documented foreign exploitation of the DRC's mineral wealth through proxy militias, with external actors providing weapons, military training, and financial support. This multifaceted conflict has devastated citizens.
Tukijielekeza kwa nyumba kwenda kutafuta chakula, tukikutana na vita munjia. Kisha mimi nilikuwa victime wa masasi kumuguu. Vile wakenipeleka hapa ilikuwa vita ya M23 na wazalendo.
Over 4.5 million people are currently displaced due to ongoing fighting. The humanitarian situation is dire, with high levels of food insecurity, malnutrition and disease outbreaks like Ebola and cholera.
23,4 millions de personnes souffrent d'insécurité alimentaire, ce qui signifie qu'un Congolais sur 4 est confronté à la faim et à la malnutrition, faisant de la République démocratique du Congo le pays le plus touché par l'insécurité alimentaire.
The conflict has destroyed infrastructure, disrupted economic activities, and prevented the state from capitalizing on its wealth to foster development. The international community, through the United Nations Organization Stabilization Mission in the DRC, MONUSCO, and humanitarian aid.
Ensuite, soutien à la protection des civils. Je l'ai dit, j'ai rappelé l'action critique, encore une fois, pour des centaines de milliers de civils de protection de la MONUSCO. Nous allons poursuivre évidemment ce travail et en même temps travailler avec les autorités congolaises pour que, je l'ai dit, le processus de montée en puissance de l'État congolais nous permette, nous, de diminuer graduellement cette présence de la MONUSCO, mais le faire de manière responsable. Encore une fois, je le souligne, il ne faut pas qu'il y ait de vide sécuritaire qui serait fatal à ces populations.
Has been involved for many years. While MONUSCO has struggled to contain the violence, it provides some stability and facilitates aid delivery. Efforts also focus on promoting dialogue, supporting democratic processes, and addressing corruption. Yet, the complex web of actors and vested interests make achieving lasting peace challenging. Regional organizations like the African Union and the Southern African Development Community, the SADC, are deeply invested in the DRC stability. The AU mediates peace negotiations, while the SADC provides military support against insurgent groups.
Ces préoccupations vis-à-vis de la sécurité et de la stabilité de la République démocratique du Congo. Et donc, nous nous sommes vraiment appesantis sur ce point et il a manifesté un désir ardent de soutenir la République démocratique du Congo. Et nous envisageons même peut-être d'avoir des accords bilatéraux en plus de ceux qu'il y a au niveau de la SADC au sujet de la solidarité entre les États lorsque l'un de ceux-ci est agressé.
There is a pressing need for these entities to examine allegations against countries like Rwanda regarding the export of minerals such as cobalt, which they lack naturally. Thorough investigations are essential for maintaining international trade integrity and promoting regional peace. Accurate investigations involve tracking the origins of minerals, understanding supply chains, and evaluating regulatory frameworks. International cooperation and transparency are vital to addressing these complex issues. Governments, international organizations, and industry stakeholders must collaborate to develop and enforce standards for responsible sourcing, ensuring companies adhere to ethical guidelines.
Well, obviously, regulating and cleaning up the minerals trade in Eastern DRC is the responsibility of the Congolese government and governments in the region who really aren't doing enough to take that responsibility. The sort of international proposed solution to try and clean up this trade and stop the minerals from financing abusive armed groups and conflict in Eastern DRC was to ask companies to do checks on their supply chains, and we call this due diligence.
The DRC's journey is marked by rich resources, foreign exploitation, and a struggle for control and peace. Its story is a stark reminder that the true cost of our gadgets and technology can be measured in human lives.
Congolaise est en train de se construire. Personne ne nous ramènera vers un Sun City bis, il ne faut pas rêver. La détermination de notre gouvernement à éradiquer les FDLR du sol congolais ne peut être mise en doute et ne souffre d'aucune ambiguïté. Que ces résidus de rebelles rwandais soient venus du territoire congolais ne doit en aucun cas laisser croire à une quelconque facilitation des forces gouvernementales congolaises en leur faveur.
But can the cycle be broken to ensure the country's riches finally benefit its people? The answer lies in collective action. demanding accountability and promoting ethical practices. Only then can the Democratic Republic of Congo truly claim its rightful place as a land of immense potential and prosperity for all its citizens.